Okay fellas, we want a clean fight, so no guns or weaponized suits of armor. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 superheroes with the best fighting ability. For this list, we'll be counting down the most technically proficient hand-to-hand fighters in the comic book world. Anti-heroes will also be permitted, but villains, however, will have to be saved for another list.
Let's see how you do against a real swordsman. Come and get some.
Number 10, Elektra.
When the war finally comes, we're gonna need real warriors.
As deadly as she can be with a bladed weapon, you do best to not underestimate her fists. Having trained most of her life as an assassin, Elektra is a talented fighter who can give the best heroes a run for their money.
He raised you, Elektra.
And he's gonna kill me!
Her roots in ancient martial arts, most notably ninjutsu, have conditioned her to near superhuman levels. Her speed, coupled with her cutthroat intuition, makes her exceptionally deadly, and her extensive history with the hand boasts her ability to take down anyone she comes into contact with. Number 9, Nightwing.
Who's that other one? The pretty boy in the leotard.
That's Nightwing. He was the Bat's first sidekick. The first Robin.
No one can be a boy wonder forever. There aren't many that can say they've gone toe-to-toe with Batman and didn't get their butts handed to them, though. Having trained under the watchful eye of Bruce Wayne since the age of 8, formerly as his sidekick Robin, Dick Grayson has been taught everything one needs to know about becoming an ass-kicking vigilante. Add to the fact that his first words were likely trapeze, and opponents would soon learn the true meaning of Flying Grayson, as his acrobatic fighting style is difficult to counter. Number 8, Gamora. Hey, they don't call her the deadliest woman in the galaxy for nothing. Human heroes may have trained under the best martial arts on Earth, but Gamora has sparred with the most notorious in the galaxy. If it isn't her massive body count that intimidates you, it will most likely be the fact that she was raised by none other than the mad titan Thanos himself.
I'm no family to Ronan or Thanos.
What sets Gamora apart from most hand-to-hand fighters is that she's particularly vicious and isn't scared to exploit her opponent's weak points and do whatever it takes to come out on top.
Fool should have learned.
I don't learn.
Number 7, Spider-Man. Float like a butterfly, sting like a spider? There is no simple way to describe Spider-Man's fighting ability, but it's evident to say that he's in a league of his own. With the acrobatic ability of a gymnast and the instinct of a ninja, Peter Parker can be considered much more than just a wisecracking web-slinger. Spider-Sense or not, Spider-Man's fighting ability goes beyond his spider-based powers. He excels not only in using his opponent's strength against them, but in also leveraging his surroundings, with quick thinking being as important to his skill set as his reflexes. Number 6, Captain America. How many rounds do you think this super soldier can go? While his musculature and heightened physical ability comes thanks to secret government technology, Captain America's extensive knowledge of hand-to-hand combat has come through years of experience. Rogers excels at nearly all forms of martial arts, but will primarily stick to those popularized in America. While his fists do most of the talking, Cap is a lot more nimble and acrobatic than he looks, and he definitely won't hesitate to polish his boots with a bad guy's jaw.
8 minutes, Cap.
Number 5, Black Panther. Becoming the Black Panther is something that T'Challa wasn't only born into, but also earned. The title grants him not only leadership of his country, but access to the generational experiences of all those that came before him. Through tireless training, T'Challa has been able to master a wide array of African martial arts, as well as creating his own hybrid, one that draws on his primal abilities. Black Panther's natural hunting skill has also sharpened his senses to superhuman levels, which is bad news for those he considers prey. Number 4, Iron Fist. The gloves are coming off for this highly seasoned martial artist. if it wasn't already apparent by his name. Daniel Rand's ability to concentrate energy into his fist has deemed him one of the most notorious hand-to-hand fighters in the world.
You should be using that magic fist of yours to crack heads, not to focus your feng shui.
Focusing my chi.
Perhaps the most well-trained fighter on the list, Rand's reflexes, focus, and will are at the peak of superhuman potential, and his prowess is credited to the mastering of the Kunlun martial arts. Number 3. Wolverine. Best not to make this one angry. His appearance may lead you to forget that Wolverine has been alive since the 1800s, giving him well over 100 years of ass-kicking experience. His fighting style is savage and animalistic, making him the ultimate predator and a nightmare to his opponents. Defeating a combatant such as Wolverine will be a lot harder than making him tap out, as his healing factor has brought him back from such torturous conditions that pain hardly even registers. Number 2. Batman. I mean, come on, he's Batman. Does his presence on this list really need to be justified? With nearly endless resources and time, Bruce Wayne has successfully mastered over 127 styles of martial arts and has conditioned his body to human perfection. With an obsessive drive to rid his city of crime, Batman has been able to take down foes who outmatch him in both speed and strength due to his never-say-die attitude and brilliant strategic thinking. With no superpowers to speak of, Batman is still considered one of the best, if not the best superhero of all time, taking on even the most powerful beings in the DC universe. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
No knife in the back this time!
Number 1. Daredevil. Who's fool enough to take on the Man Without Fear? Matt Murdock's martial arts may not be the most refined, nor does he possess superhuman physicality. However, his lack of eyesight has forced him to overcompensate to an extreme, which has turned him into arguably the best brawler in comic book history. He's turned his weakness into a strength, as he can't be distracted by typical means, and his focus is almost unbreakable. Years of micromanaging the hell out of Hell's Kitchen and fighting everything from armed thugs to ninjas and vampires has brought his fighting prowess to another echelon. Do you agree with our list? Which superhero do you think is the best fighter? For more knockout top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.